1,200 of your closest friends across 100 acres. Marietta College. "1,200 of your closest friends across 100 acres. This is home.
Information on app for people with disabilities.
And a stabbing over the weekend in Marietta.
We'll also find out if we'll get some cooler weather for this week. Stay with us, WCMO NewsCenter 15 starts now. Hello and welcome to today's edition of WCMO NewsCenter 15. I'm Denise Wifter.
And I'm Evie Gravlin. Topping our news today,
Marietta Memorial Department of Cardiology invites the community of Marietta to join in celebrating Heart Awareness Month this February with 2 free events on February 28th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Broughton Community Building.
Monday afternoon in Marietta on Front Street, 100 protesters showed up to protest against President Trump and Elon Musk. One participant said they are trying to hold up the Constitution and not let Russia take over Ukraine. Another protester said she wants to let people know that Jesus was calling her to do something out of her comfort zone for what is right.
While the temperatures have been low, maybe we can avoid snow for the weekend.
I'm not too sure. The groundhog did say that we still have 6 more weeks of winter.
Landon is here with the current conditions. What's going on outside right now, Landon?
Well, Denise, we are having a bit of snow flurries outside, like not major ones, so I'm sorry to disappoint you on that front. But we are going to have some colder temperatures for a while. Right now it feels like 8 degrees outside with an expected high of 19. The UV index is rather low at just a mere 1. Air quality is at a fair level of 22 and a very low pollen count, which comes with the territory with precipitation such as rain and snow. The winds will be running around the south-southwest at 11 miles per hour. Humidity is roughly 59% outside. The sun rose today about 1 after 7 this morning and should be setting about 15 to 16 or 17 after 5 this evening. So despite what the groundhog said about us having 6 more weeks of winter, as we're getting closer and closer to the end of February, we're still experiencing some lingering bits of winter weather. But as we go into the next week, past the weekend into the next week, the temperatures will start to go up a little bit. But how drastically will they rise? We'll talk about that when I return later on in the program for the 5-day forecast, and I'm looking forward to that very much. But until then, back to you guys at the desk.
Skyline Chili has new ice cream flavor that's maybe not for everybody. Released on Monday, the ice cream is a blend of Graeter's handcrafted French pot ice cream with oyster crackers and Skyline's chili spice. It is offering the best of both worlds from these two beloved Cincinnati eateries. Speaking out on the combination, famous football players, the Kelsey brothers, say they are both on board and like this new combination as a treat.
Pope Francis has developed pneumonia in both lungs. The Vatican said on Tuesday after new tests showed a further complication in the condition of the 88-year-old Pope that raised concerns about his ability to fight off the infection. Nevertheless, the Pope, who had the upper lobe of his right lung removed as a young man, is in good spirits and is grateful for the prayers for his recovery, Vatican spokesman Matteo Bruni said in a late update.
Coming up, diplomatic relations between the United States and Russia are improving.
And some bad news for breakfast.
We'll have all these stories and more. Stay with us.
At Marietta College, teamwork goes beyond athletics. At Marietta, we promote individuality, creativity, and resilience. Whoever you are, wherever you're from, we are Pile Nation. This is the time, this is the place. We are pioneers. We are Marietta College.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, many of us feel anxious. Mindfulness can help you ease those feelings. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace.
Here's to the straggly ones, the first ones. Hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
This Tuesday, Russia and the United States agreed to start working toward ending the war in Ukraine and improving their diplomatic and economic ties. However, no Ukrainian officials were in attendance. Hence, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said his country would not accept any outcome from the talks, since Ukraine did not take part in these conversations.
Small business owners that rely on eggs for their product are facing sticker shock because the usually reliable staple is in short supply. The avian flu is forcing farmers to slaughter millions of chickens a month, causing the U.S. eggs prices to skyrocket. The average price of a dozen grade A eggs in the U.S. cities reached $4.95 in January, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture predicts the price will rise another 20% this year.
On Monday, a Delta Airlines jet flipped on its roof while landing at Toronto's Pearson Airport, but all 80 people on board survived, and those hurt had relatively minor injuries. Slow-blown winds upwards of 40 miles per hour swirled around the flight and caused a very forceful landing, which caused the plane to go sideways. This crash marks the fourth major North American aviation accident this year.
The Trump administration is giving America's schools and universities 2 weeks to eliminate diversity initiatives or risk losing federal money. This initiative is meant to eliminate racial preference that, according to the Department of Education, has discriminated white and Asian students.
When we return, the world premiere of a new segment called Real Talk with Haley Lanham.
And which Oscar-nominated films will we be able to see at home soon? We'll find out.
And how cold will it be this next week? We'll find out when I return later on for your 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
When kids need medical care, they face life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
There's a place for everyone at Marietta College. Our place is here as esports competitors. This is Marietta College Esports.
Welcome back to WCMO NewsCenter 15. We're all excited here at WCMO TV for a couple of reasons. First, we're happy to be back for spring semester.
And we're thrilled to kick off a new segment with our own Haley Lanham called Real Talk.
Good afternoon and thank you. Welcome to the Real Talk with Haley series, where we will discuss all kinds of topics from what's trending here in the United States to what students are doing here on campus. So let's jump right into what's trending. Well, Coca-Cola is jumping into the prebiotic soda category with its new beverage that is being touted as good for your health. Simply Pop is expected to roll out later this month. The drink will come in 5 flavors and will contain vitamins to support gut health. They will be sold by the case on Amazon, and the 12-ounce cans will be available at grocery stores. Simply Pop will become a rival to the popular Poppy and Olipop brands. And on Sunday, police in Connecticut rescued a baby seal that had wandered into the streets of New Haven. Authorities said that the animal appeared to have an injured flipper. The animal was taken to Connecticut Aquarium for rehabilitation. Experts at Mystic Aquarium estimate the baby male gray seal is just a few weeks old, and they say it's underweight. Once it recovers, they plan to release it back into the ocean. Movies and donuts, what a pair! Donut chain Krispy Kreme is now partnering with the streaming platform Hulu. And as of Monday, the donut company is offering a collection of donuts inspired by tastes of the classic cinema. And we're talking about a caramel popcorn donut which has a crunch to it, like real popcorn. There's also a blue raspberry slush flavored donut, a cookie dough superstar donut, and one called the Candy Double Feature, which is layered in chocolate and small pieces of candy. Part of the promotion includes the chance to win a 1-year subscription to Hulu. Well, there you have it. That's what's trending here in the United States this week, and I will see you real soon next Thursday.
That was great. Thank you so much, Haley. I can't wait to see Real Talk again next week.
But for now, let's move on to movie news. Bob Dylan fans will be excited about this one.
Here's Landon with the Hollywood Minute.
Well, there's great news for home theater lovers. A pair of Oscar-nominated films will soon be available to rent or buy. Next Tuesday, A Complete Unknown hits the home video circuit. The Bob Dylan biopic, nominated for 8 Academy Awards, will be available from digital services on the 25th, with Blu-ray releases slated for April 1st. In other news, Flow finds its way home. The The foreign film nominated for the Best Animated Feature and Best International Feature Oscar is now available to stream on Max. And Buena Vista Social Club gets an unusual re-release. The Grammy-winning album, featuring an ensemble of Cuban musicians produced by Ray Cooder, is out now as a 4 LP set, but will also soon be available on reel-to-reel. Maybe we'll get 8-track next. Well, that's all for Hollywood. I'm Landon Santini. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Landon. Right, we're feeling the burnt out from the winter weather.
I wonder if the temperatures will be better next week.
Well, Landon is here with the details. Landon, what can we expect from Mother Nature this next week?
Well, Denise, as we wind down this week, we can see we're still having a bit of a last grips of winter that's still clinging to us on most of the surrounding areas of Ohio, except for the west, unless you want to go all the way to Colorado and northwestern Utah. And as we look through closer to the tri-state area of Ohio, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania, as I said before, we're having a bit of a snow flurry, but the majority of the wind is down south past Charleston, West Virginia, and up the northeast past Wheeling and into Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And aside from that slight flurry I mentioned, we're otherwise having a relatively calm and peaceful day. It's no doubt cold, but that's going to change in the next week. We'll go into detail on that as we get into the 5-day forecast. We'll have a break from the snow tomorrow with cloudy conditions and an expected high of 29. The temperatures will start to climb as the weekend continues with further cloudy conditions on Saturday with an expected high of 35. Continuing to climb into Sunday for the churchgoers with cloudy conditions and expected high of 43. And as we begin the next work week on Monday, temperatures will kind of start to steady out with a high of 45 and more cloudy conditions. But then we'll get a slight, not drastic, a slight increase with some rainy conditions on Tuesday. And that rain will no doubt cause the temperatures to slightly go down a little bit as we get into the middle of the next week, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So over the last couple weeks, we've kind of been going back and forth between heavy snow and cold temperatures. But now, as we get closer and closer to the end of February, we get closer and closer to spring, and the warm temperatures are starting to come back. We'll see how long they stick around for. Until then, that's all I've got for your 5-day forecast and the weather. Until next time, back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Landon. When we come back, Andrew will join us with an update from the world of sports.
See you in a few.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to the Midnight Snack Run.
This is one tricky obstacle course.
He's reaching, but he pushes it away. He's approaching a plate of iced cookies. He blows right by him.
Oh, the fridge.
Looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle.
Now he's just got to get out of there.
Look what dropped from the sky.
Don't do it, Dennis. That's the way you execute a Midnight Snack Run.
Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
The next disaster is coming. The time to get ready is now. Make a plan. Choose meetup locations and keep a contact list. Build a kit with food and water. Don't forget your pets. Keep extra medicine on hand. Make copies of key documents and keep them somewhere safe. Stay informed, learn about local hazards, and sign up for alerts. Be ready. Learn more at americares.org/sendusin.
Thanks for staying with us. Joining us now for sports is Andrew.
Andrew, tell us about it.
First up, we have Canada's best players coming through in the Four Nations face-off on Monday, beating Finland 5-3 to earn a rematch of their fight-thrilled preliminary bout with the United States. Last time, the U.S. scored 3 unanswered goals, but numerous injuries put the state's gold medal hopes in doubt. The rivals will meet again in the tournament final, which takes place tonight at 8 p.m. on ESPN and ESPN+. In local news, Muskingum University held on to defeat Marietta College by a score of 70-65 on Wednesday night. The loss drops the Pioneers to 10-14 overall and 4-13 in the OAC conference. The final game of the regular season will come on Saturday as Marietta hosts Baldwin Wallace, whom they beat earlier this year by a score of 70-68. After that, the Pios will hope to change their luck in the OAC playoff tournament next week. In women's basketball news, the Marietta College women's basketball team will host number 9 ranked Baldwin Wallace this upcoming Saturday afternoon as their final game of the regular season. Yesterday, the Pioneers improved to 15-9 as they secured a win over Muskingum University with a final score of 74-57. The Lady Pioneers have won 4 out of their last 5 games, putting them in a good position for the OAC tournament next week. Lastly, in MLB news, a computerized system that calls balls and strikes is being tested during the Major League Baseball spring training season, starting Thursday after 4 years of experiments in the minor leagues. Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred is an advocate of the automated ball strike system, which can be implemented as early as 2026 and used to aid MLB home plate umpires but not replace them entirely. That's all I have for you in the world of sports. I'm Andrew Shashinsky. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Andrew. And back at the desk with us is Landon for a last look at the forecast.
All right, well, to sum up, after our brief bit of snow flurries today and one last brush with the extreme cold tomorrow afternoon, as the weekend goes through, our temperatures will gradually start climbing up to the mid-40s by the time we begin the work week again on Monday, before we have to deal with a little bit of rain and cooling things down in the middle of the week on Tuesday. So, it could have been more snow, but, well, as things are starting to warm up, I think it's safe to say that, things are looking up for the community of Marietta. And we would like to say a welcome to Denise, the newest member of our WCMO NewsCenter 15 team. You've done a great job for your first show today.
Thank you. Thanks, Landon. That's all the time we have for today. For all of us here at WCMO NewsCenter 15, Marietta College Broadcasting, thanks again for joining us. You can catch us Thursdays at 12:30 and 6:30 during most weeks of the semester, or you can search for WCMO Television on YouTube.com. See you next time. We hope you have a nice day.